Hello, hello, hello. It
Hi, everybody.
is a little bit after 8 our time, so apologize for popping on a little bit late, but hello, February. I
Mm-hmm.
can't believe it's February. I was literally thinking about that today while I was taking a shower. I was like, I can't believe it's February. It's
Mm-hmm.
February. I am still thinking like December. I can't believe it's February.
Mm-hmm.
Um, January just disappeared, went out the window. I don't know where that month went. And I also was thinking, I don't know why people are always like, oh, February, it's such a short month. It's only missing like 2 days.
I know.
like it's
Not a
not
huge
like
difference.
it's not like only 20 days long. It's
Mm-hmm.
literally, and this month it's like a day. We're missing a day. I was thinking about that when reading challenges, like, oh, you might not read as much because February is a shorter month. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
you're literally missing a day or two. That's it. But anywho, if you're here, let us know in the comments. We are going to be going through some of our new products tonight, as well as doing some reading sprints in our follow up live stream. So that will end here, and then we'll jump on there. We are reading in February a mystery
Mm-hmm.
novel, I guess you could call it,
Mm-hmm.
called The Stranger Diaries by Ellie Griffiths. It is a first in a series,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks quite good. So I'm very excited about that. So if you want to join us here in February, please feel free to do so. We'll be reading that book. There is no like certain times you have to read it by, other than to read it by the live discussion, which will be at the end of the month on the 27th. So our live discussion will be on February 27th, so Tuesday at 8 p.m. Uh, so before we get in there, let's see who is here. We have, oh, Allie, it's been so long.
Hi.
Did you change your picture?
Yeah, you did.
Can't tell what that is.
Me either.
Is that a lady? I can't see. Can't tell. Debbie, hello.
Hi,
How
Debbie.
are you? Kim, how are
Hi,
you? It's
Kim.
been a little bit since we last chatted. Are you
Yeah,
doing
how are you?
well? Okay. Well, thank you all for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that we have to discuss before we jump into new products? Laura, I don't think we have anything for books.
Yep.
Or we
Book
do. Okay.
options for March. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that then. So
All right.
for March, we're going to recognize middle grade March. So a lot of
Mm-hmm.
these you'll notice are middle grade picks.
Yep. They're all middle grade this
Take
time.
it over.
So we've got two kind of newer ones, and I always like to throw a classic one in there too, something that's older that maybe you missed, maybe you didn't, but it would for sure be an easier thing to find than a new one. So starting with the new ones first. The first one up is Withering by Sea. This is by Judith Rossell, and I'm not sure if this is a series starter or not. It might be. I don't know, but here's my cover. There are some illustrations, and the ink in this is a dark blue, which is kind of fun. Um, anyways, okay. High on a cliff above the gloomy Victorian town of Withering by Sea stands the Hotel Majestic. Inside the walls of the damp, dull hotel, 11-year-old orphan Stella Montgomery leads a miserable life with her three dreadful aunts. Stella dreams of adventuring on the Amazon River or any place really, as long as it isn't this dreary town where nothing ever happens. Then one night, Stella sees something she shouldn't have. Soon she finds herself on the run from terrifying Professor Stark and his gang of thugs. But how can one young girl outwit an evil stage magician, much less rescue his poor mistreated assistant? Perhaps with the help of a mysterious maestro and his musical cats, not to mention a lively girl named Gert. So it's
It
set.
does look like that is number one
It
of
is
the
okay.
series.
Um,
Looks like there's 3 books in the series.
okay, and the author is Australian, so I don't know if this is set in Australia. I would assume maybe it is as well, and again set in Victorian times, just generally. So that's the first one, Withering by Sea. Then next up, we have a very popular one that probably some of you have read before. But just in case, it's a chunky one. This is another start to a series. Sorry. This is Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger. Okay, here we go. 12-year-old Sophie has never quite fit into her life. She has skipped multiple grades and doesn't really connect with the older kids at school, but she's not comfortable with her family either. And Sophie has a secret. She's a telepath, someone who can read minds. But the day Sophie meets Fitz, a mysterious and adorable boy, she learns she's not alone. He is a telepath too, and it turns out the reason she has never felt at home is that, well, she isn't. Fitz opens Sophie's eyes to a shocking truth, and almost instantly she is forced to leave behind her family for a new life in a place that is vastly different from what she has ever known. But Sophie still has secrets, and they're buried deep in her memory for good reason. The answers are dangerous and in high demand. What is her true identity, and why was she hidden among humans? The truth can mean life or death, and time is running out. So that's, yeah. Sounds pretty good. I should say this one, Keeper of Lost Cities, is just under 500 pages. And Withering by Sea, I have the hardcover, and that is like right around 260, 265. So it's like half the length. And the very last one is the classic. This is The Witch of Blackbird Pond by Elizabeth George Spear. Let's see here. 16-year-old Kit Tyler is marked by suspicion and disapproval from the moment she arrives on the unfamiliar shores of colonial Connecticut in 1687. Alone and desperate, she has been forced to leave her beloved home on the island of Barbados and join a family she has never met. Torn between her quest for belonging and her desire to be true to herself, Kit struggles to survive in a hostile place. Just when it seems she must give up, she finds a kindred spirit. But Kit's friendship with Hannah Tupper, believed by the colonists to be a witch, proves more taboo than she could have imagined and ultimately forces Kit to choose between her heart and her duty. And this won the Newbery, I think, in 1959 and is 130-ish pages. So very differing lengths for all these different books this time around, but all middle grade. And there are no bad choices. Go ahead and vote away. And yeah. Have you read any of these before?
They all sound really good.
I know. I know.
So whichever one gets picked, I'm going to be excited about it because they all sounded good.
Me too. I've read none of them before. Have you read any of them?
Nope.
Okay.
I haven't heard of the which one or the...
You're kidding.
No, I've never heard of that one.
Wow. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
It was a big deal when I was a kid. I don't know why it was a big deal when I was a kid.
Nope, never heard of it. The only one I heard of is the Keeper of the Lost Cities, but that's because my stepdaughter is really into those.
Yeah.
She rereads them. Like, those for her are like Harry Potter to my generation. So, so Allie left us a message. Missed everyone. Is it a lady? I would say definitely not. It's me. Oh. Well, my back anyway. I can't see. Like, I guess it looks like I can't see it very. Like, I have bad eyes if you can't tell them these big glasses. But I guess are you working out or something? I can't see.
I'm guessing she's working out. But yeah, it's like this picture is like the size of half of a dime.
It's so small. It's so small. I can't even see it. It's terrible.
You are, lady.
It took me forever to realize that your last picture actually were like foxes. I thought it was just like oranges and like whatever, like paint. And then one day I was like, oh, there's a fox face in there. Okay, Kim, I was in the hospital. Oh no! Oh no,
my gosh!
Flooded.
Oh.
Transmission in your car. Oh my gosh! And then another leg injury. Surgery. Oh well.
All right, let's turn this energy around for you. This has got to be a better month.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, Kim,
you poor thing.
I'm so sorry.
We're gonna send you good, happy vibes.
Absolutely. Hi, Andy.
I know. Oh my goodness, you poor thing.
Terrible.
Well, thank you for being here. I feel like you're always here, even amidst all the craziness. So we appreciate you being here. We hope we put at least a little bit of a smile on your face, make you feel good. So
yeah, you can laugh at what ding dongs we are.
oh my gosh, we're terrible. I'm terrible. I'm the worst.
I'm terrible too.
I'm the worst. Let's see here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Okay. February shorter, so maybe
yeah. Less days of potential junk.
Won't be as long as January.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about new products. We do have a couple of new products, and they're like brand spanking new products. Mm-hmm. So bear with us as we navigate what this looks like as we create and send them out to you. Mm-hmm. So let's jump into my stuff here. And I have to apologize. The pictures that I took for the bookmarks, they're temporary pictures. They're just for us tonight because I didn't have time to do them in the room that I usually do them because my son was taking all these naps today, which was fantastic. Don't get me wrong. And then by the time I remembered it again, it was bedtime. So I didn't have the space for it. So I will get different pictures for Etsy, of course, but for tonight, I wanted you to be able to see them at least. And so they're going to look a little bit different, but at least we're able to see them. And I do have them physically right here too, in case we want to look at them a little bit better. But I'm going to share my screen and let's see. Entire screen. And share, and then we're going to pop into my window here. So again, I apologize about the poor lighting and poor pictures, but these are our Valentine's or February bookmarks. You can see we have some with hearts, some with floral, some that have like that coralish pink floral pattern on that. They're obviously much better in person, but if you can't tell by the picture, the pink floral and the heart, the gold is like a glitter on there. So it is raised up on the bookmark. So the gold that you see is glitter. Like you can tell it's a glitter on that bookmark. And then the back side of each of these bookmarks. So the floral one has a kind of like tie-dyed purple. And then the gold hearts on white have the pink background with a bunch of like confetti hearts. And then what's interesting about this coral floral pattern, and I don't know if it's picking up on your screens, but it has kind of like musical notes and script on there very faintly on the backside. With that coral. So those are our new bookmarks for this month as far as our traditional bookmarks. So you'll see those up in the shop. Of course, you can always add tassels to any of our laminated bookmarks, and you can get them gift packaged as well. So now the next one that we're going to be looking at is brand new to the site. And it's, again, a work in progress. So as we navigate that, please do have patience with us. But we're going to be doing greeting cards. So these are just going to be blank. So you'll have the outside, and these are going to be like your standard like note card size. I think it's like 4x6 folded greeting cards. This is one of them. So this one says, "You're number one in my book." And then we also have, "I have no shelf control." These are blank inside, so you can use them for any purpose. I like this one. "I closed my book for this." Because I just imagine like writing a nice little note, but someone getting it and understanding my humor and being like, "Oh, you sat down for a second and gave me this card." And then I really like this one. So this is, "You're literally the best." I just think that is so punny. And with those cards, so you'll be able to order them individually. We're not going to sell them as a set right now just because everyone has different tastes. So maybe you want 2 of one or 3 of one. And sometimes when you get them in packs, it's kind of hard because you're like, well, I kind of wanted more of this one and less of this one. So they will be sold individually. And then you'll also be able to get a craft paper card if you prefer. They won't automatically come with envelopes. If you want the envelope, then there'll be an option for you to select for that. So you have the card and then the envelope, but it's not required that you buy the envelope. But the envelopes that we do have will be on that craft paper style. So we have blank cards now. Super fun. And the paper that we will print them on won't be as white as you'll see here, but it's like a cardstock paper. So it'll be a thicker kind of paper, like a card paper. But I'm really excited about this one. So we will be printing scavenger hunts for the library. And the one that we currently have available, and we will do others in the future, but we want to just get what we have out there, is ages 1 to 3. So this one, and this isn't my daughter or anything, this is just a mock-up kind of thing that we use in Canva, but to show off the product. But it will be a scavenger hunt. And just to give you kind of an idea of what is inside, I'm not going to show you every page, but just to give you an idea, there's different activities. So this is some of the pages. So we have activities that you would do, like play games, complete a puzzle, join in story time, sign up for a class. And then you also have like meet your librarian. So who are they? Where can you find them? How can they help you? And what is their favorite thing about the library? So it kind of engages your child at the library. We also have different ways to find different books. So again, it's like a scavenger hunt. So you can have them find a book with a dinosaur on the cover, or over here on this side with numbers, find a book with 2 people on the cover. So there'll be different kinds of things. There are, I believe, I think there's at least 9 pages or 8 pages with activities. So there's letters, numbers, shapes, colors, animals, transportation, and then there's some other activities. And there's even some activities for at home too. So that is going to be our new scavenger hunt. Currently, that'll be printed on paper, in color, and it'll be kind of like printed with like on the half side. So it'll be a nice folded, stapled book similar to what you see right here. And you'll be able to go, we're looking into maybe some ways to make it multi-use, so you can use it over and over again, but you'll see that in the future. Right now it'll just be printed on standard printer paper, stapled together and ready for you to go and do your scavenger hunt. I had a lot of fun with this one. A lot of fun. We are going to be doing digital products. So this romance reader challenge thing that you can do any time of the year. You don't have to do it just in February. If you're thinking like Valentine's Day or anything, you can do it anytime. This will be a digital product. So this will be something that you'll be able to download and print at home, or if you don't want to print it, that's fine too. But it has 30 different challenges or prompts that you're able to do that kind of revolve around the romance genre. So you have like read a paranormal romance, or read love poetry. There's also like take a bubble bath, or things like that. So you have that's gonna be a digital product, so that won't be something that you will order and be sent to you. It'll be something you would order, and then I think it goes straight to your email. But you have that. And then, of course, not all of us enjoy romance reading. So we also have an anti-romance challenge, which isn't like, everything like, we hate romance, so like everything's terrible. It's really just not romance stuff. So you have read a paranormal mystery, burn a photo of your ex, which I was thinking before, I was like, who has photos anymore? But we thought it was funny, so we put it on there. But there's other stuff on there too, like buy yourself a new book, or, take a walk, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of different things on there that just don't revolve around romance. But we thought that was funny, and we like that. So those are maybe two of our digital products. So we're pretty excited to start doing things more outside of the box that we have currently been in. So we're really excited. And we want you guys to let us know, like, if there's anything we're like, oh, we really want to see this, or we really want to see that. Definitely send us those ideas, because we're really starting to evolve a lot more. We've been looking at different things and looking at different ideas and starting to kind of branch out a little bit more. Obviously, I'm not having babies anymore, so I have a little bit more clarity and time and figuring out new schedules to do more things and create. So we're able to bring a lot more to the table. So and I do think too, instead of like waiting until something is perfect, we're just going to put it out there and we'll work through it as we go. I wanted to have like 6 different styles of greeting cards, and I was like, you know what, this is fine. Let's just go with this right now, and we'll just keep adding. So if there's anything we're like, oh, this would be really cool, but maybe you don't know how to do it on your own, but you're like, oh, maybe Dani and Laura know, we can always add that to our list of to-dos for making things. So yes, thank you, Allie. Thank you.
Thanks.
I need a card to send myself that says you're literally.
No.
No.
You are not.
You're too funny. You're too funny. Thank you. Thank you very much. So we appreciate that. So all of those products will be available on our Etsy shop tomorrow, which is Wednesday the 7th. And we'll have those ready for you to order. And like I said, the digital products, those are just sent to your email. I believe you'll receive a PDF file for those. And you'll notice what I'm going to do for Etsy is I'm actually going to blur a lot of the photo, the image, just because intellectual property, I don't want people just stealing it off of Etsy instead of actually purchasing it, if that makes any sense. I know you guys all get it, but just in case you're wondering like why you could see it here but you couldn't see it there, that's why. So yeah, anywho, any questions before we pop off and pop into our reading sprints? If you'll be joining us, we will be reading at 8:30, doing some reading sprints this evening. But until then, does anyone have any questions or questions about what we're reading, what the books were for next month? Those will all be posted in our community tab for our poll. I'll get that going in our first sprint. Yes, Kim, that is a great question. I am working on that. Yep. Yeah. So instead of like waiting until we had it all, we just were like, let's just put the first one out there and then move on. Because for that age and even older, we wanted to do some more like science related things and stuff like that. So that's a great idea. And yes, we are on it. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. We've been testing a few things. We're just trying to figure out material and what that would look like. But yes, we are working on that. That is something that we're definitely trying to figure out. We're just, I know I'm not quite liking how it would work on material. So we are working on that because we know you've mentioned that before. And just so everyone knows, to our faithful group here, if we were to make a DoubleBookedCo bookmark, everyone here, and you know who you are, you would be getting one for free.
Absolutely,
so,
yes.
Just so you know, that would be definitely on the table. So yes, that would be fun. Okay, well, let's pop off, and we'll pop back in at 8:30 if you'll be joining us. We are going to be loving to see you again. If not, you're going to be leaving us. Then you have a wonderful night, afternoon, or morning. So
Thanks for
see
watching.
you there.